Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here with us today. I'm Armando F. Sanchez. I am the one who is producing this wonderful show because we're interviewing someone in Ohio State University, Dr. Professor Aldama, Frederick Aldama, and he's putting together a really fantastic program that I think breaks down barriers, breaks down cultural barriers, brings youth together, brings a new understanding of how Latino students, Black students uh, can associate, can bring together their ideas to produce something wonderful in the world of comics. So we sort of take over the whole idea of supporting what Dr. Aldama is doing there in Ohio State University, to be precise, and how we would all benefit if we did something like this, a conference of this style, everywhere in the United States. Thank you for being with us today, Dr. Aldama.
Thank you, Armando, for inviting me.
I see you're in the studio again, and the backdrops here, putting things together. Man, you're a very busy man. Hey, tell us about that shirt you're wearing. I love that shirt.
Yeah, I love it too. This is one of my favorite superhero characters by Javier Hernandez. It's El Muerto. I love it. I love the strength coming from this comic book character because it represents the strength of the Latinx comic scene. And I love that El Muerto dies and goes through the Mictlan, the underworld, and is brought back to life to really change the world.
Well, besides being a professor up in Ohio State University, tell us about this wonderful expo that you're putting together, SÅL-CON. Tell us what it is, tell us the date, please, and who can attend and who should attend.
SÅL-CON, I co-founded with Ricardo Padilla of the Latinx Comics Expo and John Jennings, he's founded many Black Comics Expos, is set to be on next Friday, September 29th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Ohio State University at Hale Hall, all day, open to the public, and like last year and the year before, we want those Latinx and African American kids there because comics is a way for us to create a space of inclusion for our communities that have been otherwise kept apart. So next Friday, September 29th, SÅL-CON, Black and Brown Comics Expo at The Ohio State University. You can go to www.laser.osu.edu under events for a full schedule.
Wonderful. Now, this is your third year. Tell us how this has grown and what benefits have you seen in the persons that attend, both as audience and as well as presenters.
Thanks, Armando. You know, before 3 years ago, even before that, I noticed here in the city of Columbus that our communities, especially African American and Latinx communities, weren't really coming together. There weren't opportunities for us to come together and heal and find common ground. And I thought, gosh, what a great space to do this in and through comics. I reached out to Ricardo Padilla and John Jennings, and we sat down and we hashed out SÅL-CON. We came up with the name Sol, as in sun, but also soul, as in, right, the soul of African-American music, and con for, of course, Comic-Con, Brown and Black Comics Expo. And we launched it. And the first year was a huge success. We brought in a bunch of our creators from all over the country. They traveled plane, train, automobile, just like they are going to be doing this for a week from Friday. You know, incredible, incredible environment of learning where the kids K through 12 come. We have 4th, 5th graders, even kindergartners, African-American, Latinx, all of them, high schoolers, learning how to do digital painting, animation, create zines, comic book, digital art, flip books, you name it. So they're actually in there doing workshops and learning how to exercise, to channel their own creativity, to find their own voices.
So this is really also, to be more inclusive, it's also an arts project. Because I can envision people that have never considered their artwork to be part of a comic group. You know, I could see where there was some new ideas evolving in this kind of an expo that you're putting together.
Absolutely. This is the space where we see creativity in action in ways that transform our material reality in very tangible ways. If you've never picked up a comic book, it doesn't matter. You're going to come here and you're going to see this wonderful space of creativity, especially of these new generations of Latinx and African American kids, meeting with creators, learning from the creators to make their own work, their own art.
Wow, you know, I hadn't thought of that. The idea of inviting teachers. It doesn't have to be art teachers. There's teachers as a whole to come in and look at the possibility of having kids use comics as a way to sort of absorb or to present their own information, whether it be science or math or whatever else.
Absolutely. You know, what you see with the children is they're exercising their imagination. And of course, exercising your imagination means you're exercising your hypothetical, right, faculty. And then you're doing something, you're being shown, you're given the techniques to actually do something. Teachers see this and they realize, if they haven't already, that learning through doing and creating is the best way to learn.
Absolutely. So again, you know, again, give us the details, where it's going to be, what time it is, date, and cost, if any.
No cost. Absolutely open to the public. We want all of you guys. It's at The Ohio State University on the campus in Hale Hall, Friday, September 29th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Hale Hall, September 29th, Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
How many exhibitors do you anticipate might be there?
We're going to have confirmed over 40 exhibitors.
Wow, that is really awesome. And how do you see, you know, what is your recommendations to those, to the public members that attend, to get the maximum amount of benefit of being there that day?
The maximum amount of benefit. Come, don't be shy, reach out, talk to the creators, get in there with the kids, make some comics. See what it's like, actually see what's required in the visual, verbal art of telling stories through comic book means.
How about those persons out there that may have already sort of always been comic designers, but they've never shown it to anybody? Should they bring their work and show it to others and see what others think of it?
Oh my goodness, yes, please. You know, those folks that are kind of doing these incredible comics that we've never seen, this is the space. Bring them, get some feedback. It'll be a tremendous affirmation of your work.
Absolutely. One more time, please. Give us, please, all the details about the contact information, because we want to make sure as many persons as the neighborhood can attend.
So the website is laser.osu.edu, and go to the events tab, and you'll see all the schedule for SØL-CON for September 29th, Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Workshops, digital animation workshops, zines, comics, but also the creators expoing their work with big tables, all their comics out there. We're going to also have panels with creators and academics, scholars, talking about the importance of Latinx and African American comics in the world, why it's important to us in our lives, and why it's important to the new generations. You can also reach me at aldama.1@osu.edu. That's aldama.1@osu.edu.
Dr. Aldama, muchas gracias. Thank you for being on our program, and thank you for, and I wish you continuous success. And I think that your program should be a model of how we can bring in youth together across the nation. So thank you for your efforts and for showing us how we can help heal these barriers between Latino and Black students and youth, and much more. Learn entrepreneurship, learn how to carry on their own artwork to a whole new level that I know you participate and help many, many artists around the world to get the work out there.
Thank you, Armando.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being on our program. Please, if you have any information, you can also contact me, Armando F. Sanchez, at afsanchez66@gmail.com, and I'll pass on the information over to Dr. Aldama. So, un aplauso you know, really a wonderful program. We support it, and thank you very much for being on our program. Adios.
Adiós, gracias.